Hey guys, and welcome to a video covering the new Zygermite skilling update released today. So whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you enjoy all kinds of RuneScape content, be sure to subscribe. Let's move on to the video. You can get to the new skilling location by using the Anachronia Dinosaur Farm teleport you received, or by teleporting to Ardoing, then going inside the player-owned farm area and using the teleport tree to get there. Once here, speak to Prehistoric Potterington before starting any skilling activity. After a very short walkthrough, you'll be able to talk to different NPCs and then start skilling at this location, given that you have level 82 fire making or fletching and you've completed the Extinction Elder Godor's quest. If you're wondering about the achievement set here, it's really straightforward. All you have to do is pretty much do everything in this video. Give a guy a plant pot, get an unchecked Zygermite drop, and bada beam bada boom, you're done. The lowest level skilling location is located on the southern part of the Ranch Out of Time area, requiring either level 82 fletching or 82 fire making. You're able to choose between using just fletching, just fire making, or doing both at the same time. When fletching, you can expect around 202,000 experience per hour. When doing the fire making method, you can expect around 264,000 experience per hour. And when doing both at the same time, you can expect around 104,000 fletching and 127,000 fire making experience per hour. At this skilling location, you obtain an item known as Tempered Fungal Shafts, which are stackable, and you can gain around 6.8 thousand of these per hour. These are used to create the Headless Din arrows used to create the tier 95 arrows, but can also be used to create this new fungal bowstring, which is stackable and can be used to increase your fletching experience per hour if you're creating bows, as you can now make 27 bows in a single inventory instead of 14. You can also obtain unchecked Zygermites here, which are part of the achievement set you need to complete. The level 87 section, known as Segregation, consists of you collecting eggs from the basket, composting the bad ones for sharp shell shards, and incubating the good eggs at this location, which will also provide you with sharp shell shards. This skilling method will provide you with around 325,000 base fire making experience per hour, and will also provide you with 7.7 thousand tips or sharp shell shards per hour. These sharp shell shards are used for the second step in the process of creating the new tier 95 god arrows, as you can create din arrows by combining these shards with the headless din arrows. Fletching these din arrows is actually one of the best fletching training methods in the game now, as you can gain around 920,000 experience per hour base without any experience boosts. Don't forget to wear your fletching cape, use a portable fletch and all that good stuff to easily boost your experience per hour over 1.1 million per hour. And if you're wondering, these are 60% better experience than fletching rune arrows. These sharp shell shards can also be ignited for AFK fire making experience at around 403,000 experience per hour base. Now, I'm going to be entirely honest, if you're an Iron Man or a main account, it doesn't matter. If you're igniting these sharp shell shards, you're probably wasting your time, as if you're an Iron Man, you're going to need these to create the arrows, and if you're a main account, you can probably sell these for money, as 400,000 fire making experience per hour is not really that good. It's decent, but compared to the other methods, you're actually losing money by not selling these. The only reason Segregation, for example, is pretty decent at 325,000 experience per hour is because you don't have any input costs and you're making money as you're obtaining those tips. You can also obtain unchecked dinosaurs from this location, which is pretty useful for your Ranch Out of Time. The level 95 location is actually in a different place on Anachronia on the mainland and can be teleported to from the Ranch Out of Time or the other areas by right-clicking this tree and choosing the option Teleport to Bill. Alternatively, you can walk there from the Anachronia Lodestone, but that's going to take you way longer. The level 95 location, known as Experimentation, is really good fire making experience, but it cannot be AFK'd. It consists of you collecting an inventory full of dinosaurs from the Storm Barn and then rotating around 4 different feeding troughs. The easiest way to do this without thinking too much about it is simply by rotating through them in a circle, because the dinosaurs in your inventory will have different colors which correlate to different types of food. Each of these dinosaurs needs to be fed 3 different times, and once they have been fed 3 different times, they'll waddle back and you'll get something known as fertilizer. This can get you some really good fire making experience per hour every single inventory and will net you around 477,000 fire making experience per hour base, taking into account the time needed to get this fertilizer from feeding the dinosaurs. This is the secondary ingredient being used to create the headless din arrows together with the shafts. Now, creating the headless din arrows and tipping them both require level 95 fletching, but there's a third step to charting the arrows using anima of either full, bic, jazz, or wen. Now, while the fletching experience is much lower in the third step to creating these new gold arrows at only around 290,000 experience per hour base in fletching, it is very AFK. You can charge up to around 10,000 arrows per hour, which is not too shabby, but it does take some time to create these, and it's going to suck if you're an Iron Man because you also need to collect a bunch of anima, and you use 45 anima per 15 arrows. Or better said, it costs 3 anima per single arrow, and you eat these arrows like it is nothing. If you use Gricko, rapid fire, deadshot, rapid hitting abilities, you will eat through these arrows like it's nothing. Like, it's actually ridiculous how quickly you use them. For Iron Man, it's going to suck because you really can't make too many of these per hour, and for main accounts, because there's so many expensive components, anima will be going up now. The tips are going to be expensive. It's going to be very expensive to use range, but these arrows do seem very interesting, and I'm going to try them for a video in the future. Hopefully Jagex will release something that saves more of your arrows with the new boss coming in the summer, which, by the way, will feature a tier 95 bow like expected. I really wonder what that tier 95 bow is going to have in terms of a passive or a special attack, or perhaps even both. Who knows? Maybe it'll save arrows and have some crazy spec like the FSOA. We'll have to wait and see until we get more information. The final thing I'm going to point out in this video is that Victor Trader is back in Burthorpe, and you can actually go ahead and trade in your excess bonus experience to get skinning outfit pieces and much more. With that being said, though, we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video and found it interesting, leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.